Hi everyone, welcome to Shabanji, my YouTube channel. I don't know why, for some reason I feel so formal today. I don't know why. It must be the shirt because I've not worn a shirt like in a long time. Anyway, on this video, I'm going to be talking about how to create an effective plan, and the best way of doing that is identifying what you want to achieve. So being clear about your goals. So whatever your goals are, they could be around healthcare, financial goals, career goals, life in general, or spiritual or business goals, whatever they are, you have to be clear. So that's rule number one, or the first step to doing, to achieving your goals is being clear in achieving your goals. So you have to identify the goals. What is it that you want to do? So in my instance, it's about business, financial goals, and life in general, where I'm developing, trying to be a better person in general. So once you've got your goals set down or written down, then you go ahead and write them down. Well, once you've got them set in your mind, you write them down. So once you write them down, you're kind of like you're engraving that into your brain. So subconsciously, or in 10 years time, I'm going to be able to have this amount of money. I'm going to be able to have this in my business. I'm going to be able to be at this weight, or I want to be this feet, whatever it is. You've set that by writing it down. So in your mind, subconsciously, it's already embedded there. Now, one thing that I always do when it comes to point number two, I always write them down. So I've got my journal where I write down every teeny bit of everything that I want to do. So it's all written down here. Now, when you write it down, you kind of like, how can I put it? So you're putting like a stamp, you're finalizing sort of that, okay, I want to achieve this in this amount of time, but I'm writing it down to kind of like ensure that it's going to happen. So which brings us to the next step, where you have to ensure what time you're going to be able to do that. So it's when you put a time frame, that is just like a guesstimate. So sometimes you put down a goal they're going to achieve in 10 years time, but you find that you've achieved that within even 5 years time. So if that's the case, well and good. And if it's not, that should not put you off. You just have to reset and then put a different time frame for that goal. And what I tend to do is I've got 10-year plans for all my goals. And then what I do is I reverse engineer. So basically break it down. So if it's 10 years, break that down to 5 years, break that down to a year, break down into a month, then break down into a week, and then into daily plans or daily tasks that I've got to do to enable me get to my goal. So when you break it down, it doesn't seem like a massive goal. It's all broken down. For instance, when I was going to buy a house, I knew how much I wanted to put down. So it was 30% down payment. And I had an estimate of how much the house was going to cost me. So let's say it was about £200,000. So I knew my down payment was going to be 30%. So I broke that down into 5 years. So in 5 years time, I had to achieve this amount of money so that I'm able to go ahead and purchase the house, and then broke that down into annually. So each year I had to make sure that I had to achieve that amount of money. I had to save that amount of money, and then I had to break that down into monthly, into weekly, into daily. So I knew, however, not daily, not as much, it was weekly. So I knew every week I had to save this amount of money. So every extra shift that I made, or every amount of money that I got from my business, I had to put it down to, to that. So it was going towards my deposit for the down payment. So I knew that I had to do that. So when I broke it down into weekly, it wasn't a massive amount of money, so it made it easier for me. And then the thing that it helps with stop procrastinating. So you don't need to put down, let's say, £8,000. Every week I've got to put down £200. When you look at £200 and 8,000 in your mind, automatically, which you know is going to be, is a small amount of money, and your brain kind of like knows it's a small amount of money to actually put down on a weekly basis. Before you know it, you've easily been able to raise £8,000. So make sure you break down, so you reverse engineer your goals. If they're 5-year goals, break them down to, to 1-year goal, to monthly goals, to weekly goals, and then to daily goals, which brings us to point number 4, which is the list. So when you make a list, the list is basically helps you identify the things you're going to put in place. So for when I was going to start my online business, what I did was I had to find out, what am I going to be able to do? I'm going to put down, so I had to write down, so I'm going to start a business online. What do I need to do? I'm start a business online, so it's going to be within 5 years' time. And what do I need? I need to buy a course. And in that course, what's going to be in that course? Am I going to be able to have a mentor? Is it going to be one-to-one coaching? And if it's going to be one-to-one coaching, how often am I going to be able to do that one-to-one coaching? How often do I meet up with my coach or my mentor to take me through what I need to do? When it comes to products, product research, where am I going to be able to source my products, and what products do I need? What material is it going to be for my products? Like I said, I've got, I'm selling scrap trousers on Amazon. So how to identify the material, and then do the research, find out which material is going to be best, which one is going to be conducive, for the 12-hour shift to produce these trousers. So all those things, you have to write them down. And if it's a financial goal, how much money do I need to achieve? Let's say in 10 years time, how much money do I need to save, and how am I going to be able to build up the streams of income to be able to achieve the goal that I want to achieve, and how much do I need to save, where do I need to invest my money, all those things. So I had to decide, I'm going to save my money into the stock market. If I'm saving my money into the stock market, how am I going to be able to learn about the stock market? So I had to find out by going to my bank, and then setting up a meeting with a financial advisor who explained everything about stocks, shares, how you can buy stocks, what platforms you can use, and all of that. Do my research. So these are the things that you need to write down in whatever you want to do. So the other thing that I wanted to do was develop myself personally. So reading self-help books. So going on to Google or buying them on Amazon, or listening to podcasts. So whatever thing that I wanted to be able to achieve, I had to write it down. So when you break it down, then you have to put that, you prioritize that. So which ones are which are highest importance. So you put that in that order. So there's a sequence, so which is the most, so order of priority. And then once you've got the order of priority, so that's going to give you a sequence of what you need to do at what time, when, so you're able to achieve your goal. Now, once all that is done, that helps you to actually achieve your goals. So in the comments below, just write down, your 3 goals that you want to achieve in the next 5 years. Let's have a discussion in the comment section. Let's see where you want to be in the next 5 years. So like I always say, I'll leave you with this. Visualize your higher self and show up as them. Be the change that you want to see. Work on yourself so you're able to live the life that you want to live. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And see you again in the next video. Thank you. Bye.